Brotherhood, and today's topic is it is all out war. And let me tell you why the reason. If you're a middle-aged male, and I don't care what stage of type 2 diabetes remission you're looking to achieve, this is all out war. And let me explain myself. Well, first of all, I'm Adrian Babashoff, and I've been doing this since 2023. So we're about over 2.5 years or so. I put my type 2 diabetes in remission by standards of American Diabetes Association and doctors' consent or approval. So I'm here to help you guys, and it doesn't matter what stage. If you've just been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, you're probably shitting your pants right now and like, oh, what the hell do I do? Some of you I know because I've been in touch with you and I've been working with certain individuals. Good morning, Big G, who have been in remission, or you've been practicing keto, carnivore, many different diets, and you're still struggling. So this is why I say it's an all-out fucking war. And this is a test, I think, because, see, this is the type 2, this is the T2 Diabetes Brotherhood, and this is where I could be 1000% myself. And I'm sticking my neck out here because I can get in trouble for the demeanor, the things I talk about. Now I have another channel called The Diabetes Guy. And it's not that I'm not being myself. It's that I'm trying two different tactics here. One where I have to forcefully try to tone down my energy. So it's a lot kinder. I'm not sure if that kindness is gonna work. I don't know how that demeanor is gonna go, because it seems like we get a bunch of fucking looky-loos and people who just kind of want to hang out. They don't understand that we're in an all-out fucking war, right? And I can't say it like that on there, right? A lot of people don't like to be talked to the way I'm talking right now, or they just don't like the this kind of tonality, right? That's why, hence, this is the T2 Diabetes Brotherhood, because we have to talk as men, because we are all in an all-out fucking war. So I've been in contact with several people. I've been helping out a few people. And it's a struggle. As I said, some people are several years in and they're suffering. And one of the main things I've talked about when I started this whole program years ago was how we have the shit Candyland rubbed in your face everywhere you go, from billboards to the grocery store. It's strategically designed to keep you wanting it, right? This is like if you're quitting smoking or drinking or drugs. If you don't understand that food is a drug, that it affects you extremely high, I can't fucking help you. That's why this is all out fucking war, because it's something so simple that's hidden right underneath your fucking nose, right underneath your face. My daughter painted my hand last night. That's what that's all about. But you have the shit right in front of your face all the time, but nobody's talking about it. That, oh, it's just food, bro. Calm your shit. Calm your tits, right? It's just fucking food. No, it's not. You know, I'm sick and fucking tired of hearing people say that, well, it's genetics, it runs in my family. Well, let's think about this, right? And this is all just my opinions. I don't mean to come off too cocky over here, but if diabetes is genetic and runs in your family, then it seems like everybody's genetics because everybody's got diabetes running in their family nowadays, right? So from misinformation to poor information to sparse little put off information, most people are there to keep you coming in to buy stuff, right? Nobody wants to tell you the hard fucking truth the way I feel that it needs to be said. It's an all-out fucking war. So there's answers to this. This doesn't mean that we need to get violent or anything like that, but what we need to do is we need to take the initiative for ourselves. Now, I have a higher advantage than probably any of you guys anywhere, because I have a special needs kid, right? I have an 18-year-old in fucking diapers. I'm gonna have this kid for the rest of my life. I have to stay alive as long as fucking possible. Plus the fact that I don't want to deal with erectile dysfunction. I don't want to deal with blindness. I sure as hell don't want to get my fucking blood pumped out of my body a few times a week in dialysis. I don't want to deal with amputations, heart attacks, strokes, just to name a few that comes with type 2 diabetes. If that's not enough to scare the piss out of you, I don't know what will. But I think a lot of people just want to take the pill. And I want to tell you right here, right now, because I don't give a shit about having likes, subscribers, and flashy lights and wonderful comments, right? Because I know the harsh truth is the majority of you want to take the Kool-Aid. You want to take a pill for every ill. And I'm not just talking about Ozempic or what's the one they try to get me on? Maduro. I don't even know how to fucking pronounce it, right? I can't think of the name right now. Basically, you got, but if you're going to start taking berberine, you're going to start taking amla, you're going to start taking apple cider vinegar before you eat, that's no magic fix. So if you are, you probably ain't going to, I'm not kicking you out of here, but I'm pretty much saying there's nothing here fucking for you. You already lost the fucking war, right? We lost the war if we think that we're just going to take something, some sort of supplement or some sort of other thing I'm not allowed to say here, and expect that all is going to be well, right? There is no pill for every year. There's no get out of jail fucking free card. Now, the biggest thing I have to say here is that you got to get your fucking mental straight. I have my why, right? I have my why, and that's what helps me to have, unlike some people suggest, I can watch people drinking beer all fucking day. I've had birthday cake stuck in front of my face. Here, go ahead, have a piece of my birthday cake. Oh, I don't do that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't eat cake. I have no fucking problem hurting people's feelings. I hear some people saying like, well, I don't want to disrespect people, so I'll eat their cake or eat their food, right? I don't want to be embarrassed, so when I go to the fucking party, I bring my own pot of food or something, right? Because it just seems weird. Well, is it weird that you're type 2 diabetic, your blood sugar is going to skyrocket through the ceiling? You don't want to make your family sad, but you're probably going to hit 300 milligrams per deciliter, right? And end up in the hospital, maybe, right? Or you're just never going to stall out. You'll go blind. You'll be on. Think about it. I don't need to give you guys all the fucking reasons why. But it's an all-out war. It's a psychological war because we have to get the fucking mindset straight. And this is a test because I know the majority of you just give me instructions, tell me what to fucking do. And I would say, go ahead. Go fucking ahead. Go with these people who will give you instructions and just tell you what to do without teaching you how to fish, right? Feed a person a fish, you fed them. Teach them how to fish, you fed them for life. You have to get the mindset straight to figure out what is your why. If you don't understand, if you don't wake up in the morning motivated and you need somebody to motivate you, you ain't got the right fucking mindset. And it's not the sexiest thing at all to fucking say here, right? It's not the sexiest thing to deflect the responsibility and the choice to put it on you as an individual. But I care about, and I'd go so far as to say, I love every single individual who takes the initiative to do something for themselves. But I love you enough to not fucking lie to you, take your money, and tell you that you need me or somebody else to get you fucking hyped up to do your shit. That means that you're weak. And I'm not picking on anybody, but I'm here to say you have no motive. If you were given that motive and you truly had the fear, which I think a lot of fear is not a good thing to instill in people. And I'm not here in trying to instill fear in people. But a certain amount of fucking fear is truthful, righteously, and fucking real. Amputations, all these kind of things that come with it. So you have to get the inside fucking here ready, inside here and here. You have to have a marriage of these two. You got to stop fumbling with all the fucking information that's out there. Because if you're like me, there's little cookies everywhere. There's little bits and pieces of information, but it's like this puzzle piece you got to put together, right? And it's very vague, right? A lot of you guys got to understand that. Let me put it this way. Let's paint a fucking picture for you. If you're a content creator like myself who makes zero fucking money here, zero fucking money, right? I'm a roofing contractor. That's how I keep the fucking bills up. But if I am a content creator and I'm looking to make money, I got to continuously come up with shit to fucking make your head fucking think about stuff. So what I would do is I would come up with random things, of interest. They're not lies, They're all, how would you say, adhesive to what we're trying to accomplish. But some of it doesn't even matter, right? Like, what's the root cause? What do we need to get instilled in us first to be able to get the outcomes we need? So there's all this fucking information, this whole zoo of things out there that a lot of us are lost. It's like analysis paralysis, right? We're so busy analyzing and consuming information, we're not even doing anything about it. But getting back to content creator, if I told myself, you know, I was a steak and butter person, if I was a carnivore person, you know, if my name ended with Saladino or something like that, I painted myself into this picture, and then what could happen is if I run out of information, I got to come up with new information to keep you basically entertained. That's what we're not here to do. We're not here to entertain. We're here to inform. We're here to show you what needs to happen, show you what doesn't work, what does work. Certain limitations are set upon us here where we can't speak about everything. That's why I've actually taken a break here. There's an email in the link in the description below. If you want to get on the list, we are doing some private Zoom meetings where it's basically a meetup, where if you want to go one-on-one or hang out with a bunch of us, I'm gathering emails and we'll all do a Zoom meeting. I'm only accepting a few people at a time because we can't do 10 people, you know. Maybe like 5 people. We're going to try that out and see, and just hang out and talk about things, anything that we can possibly want to explore without limitations, if you get my drift. Anyways, moving forward. Yeah, it's an all-out fucking war here. So as I said, a lot of you are suffering still. Some people have even told me I can't do this by myself. Years later, like, you know, if I have that one protein bar, guy from Texas was telling me, he goes, I'll eat the whole fucking box. In fact, I ate the whole fucking box. I'm going to keep his name anonymous, but this motherfucker's A1C is at 10. His blood sugars are sitting at 300 milligrams per fucking deciliter all day. That's not good. So the willpower has to come first. Like this morning, do you think I felt like just getting up and going for a walk? No, I didn't feel like going for a fucking walk, but I know what I need to do. One of the things I want to leave you with here is that what I'm doing, some people think I'm ridiculous for walking so much every fucking day. But what I'm trying to do is I'm actually trying to simulate what it would be, because I do believe in the carnivore way of our ancestors. Not necessarily carnivore, but the way of our ancestors. Our ancestors didn't have cars. They didn't have little Uber Eat fucking, you know, can you send me a biscuit, a triscuit? I'm getting hungry. You know, they had to go fucking hunt for their shit. They were expending a lot of energy. Today's a rainy day. I can't do much stuff. I'm going to mimic myself walking for at least 30 minutes right now. And then I'm going to do another 30 minutes later on during maybe after dinner. I'm going to get movement. These are type of things that we need to do. We need to incorporate in our lives besides having self-control. But we got to get ourselves on a proper human diet. And let's kind of bounce off that a little bit, because I was having this conversation with George a couple days ago. If you guys want to get on the list, as I said, you can have these conversations with me and other people just like George. And the problem is that we get bored. We need to have some sort of stimulation. And this is the big problem. Even though we've been doing it years and years in, you still want to have snacks. You still want to eat. Not necessarily, I think, for hunger, but I think it's a nutrition problem. So what's happening, I think, as a lot of you guys probably well know, is that if you're a farmer, it's not very profitable to put potassium, iron, zinc, all the minerals and vitamins that we need to do with proper compost and things like that. You wouldn't be profitable. So they use NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and I always fuck this one up. Damn it, yeah. NPK, basically 3 components: potassium, nitrogen, and phosphorus. Yeah, there we go. So they grow food and it only contains those 3 minerals, right? Or those 3 vitamins, whatever you want to call them. So what's happening, I think, in my book is it's not necessarily that you're hungry, because if you really feel your stomach's full, you're satiated, but there's something in your body's telling you, I want to eat more. I think it's a lack of vitamins. So one of the things that I think that we should do is we should start incorporating some sort of, none of this is medical advice. This is purely for educational and entertainment purposes only. I'm not a doctor. If you are type 2 diabetic, consult with your doctor. But doesn't it make sense that your body's screaming out, itching at yourself to get the nutrition that you need? Because the food you're eating is not very nutritious. So that's when I say we would supplement with, say, a men's multivitamin, not lack of vitamin. Well, that's your opinion, George. Maybe you could explain yourself a little bit better, or come out here and have the balls to come on live with me and explain yourself. Come on, buddy, you can do it. He says it's not lack of vitamins. Now, I respect everybody's ideas and things, and again, this is my idea. The problem I have with that statement that George is making, that it's not lack of vitamins, is that once I introduce vitamins into my life, I feel fantastic. Only time will tell whether I'm going to make this journey or not. But I'm two and a half years in, and obviously I'm doing something right, because unlike most people, they don't have the blood labs, the blood sugars, the weight loss to prove it, right? So for me, I've got all those labs, and I think that's probably one place we should probably start on our next video. I don't know, you comment below. Should we figure out why the fuck you should listen to a random guy like me? I think you guys probably need proof. I think you'd want to see my A1C. I think you'd want to see my blood sugars that have been recorded since October. I think it's October or September of 2023 all the way to now, about over 2 years. We can present that information to you. I could present all my labs. We can go through my ALTs, my triglycerides, A1Cs, everything. And you can see my blood sugars for an entire year, which is updated every 5 minutes for an entire 2.5 years. A graph that shows you exactly what's happening. Also, the before and afters. You know, hey, this is what we look like after fat loss. That's a healthy body right there. So I've been told. And that's what brings me to, like, why the fuck should you listen to a guy like me? Let's move a little forward onto something else. Because if you're going to spend thousands of dollars like I did for help on a doctor, or well, I can't say that. I retract that statement, YouTube. If you're going to, it wasn't a doctor that I hired. It was a healthcare practitioner. Okay? A healthcare practitioner. We good? All right, let's move forward. Thousands of dollars. If you were going to hire somebody, what would be your number one choice, right? If you were logical, would you go to a homeless person and ask them how to buy a house? Would you go to someone who lives in a shitty apartment, how to do real estate investing, right? Would you want to ask a skinny fucking guy like me how to build muscle? Probably not. I'm fit, I'm ripped, but I'm not fucking bulky big guy. I wouldn't know how to get you a muscle. I have nothing to prove it, right? So the point is, the person you're asking for advice should look like the person, right? Should have gone through the experience to show you, to have gone through, right? Somebody who's been there and done that, not somebody who's textbook savvy. A lot of us know, especially you guys, I'm after people with intelligence. If you're a business owner like I am, you know that you hire somebody who's got a degree or went to college or studied or watched a bunch of videos. That's cool and all, but there's a good chance they're gonna fuck some shit up because they don't have real life experience. So some of these, you may argue, well, they have been able to treat other people. Here's another caveat that I look at. If this person, let's just say it, is overweight and they're practicing type 2 diabetes remission, it means they don't give a shit about themselves to actually practice the shit that they're preaching, right? You should be the model. You should be the person that the other person looks up to or wants to achieve. That means whatever you're doing, logically in my book, is where I screwed up. I was the wrong fucking person. So ask yourself that question. The person that's telling you this information, have they gone through it themselves? Do they know the pain and struggle? Have they been burned by the forged sword that's been sitting in the flames? Have they been burned with that shit? Do they know what it feels like to go through the struggles of cravings and things like that? Most likely not. And the big problem I have is it's not profitable. Going back to the social media content creators, right? It's not profitable to give you the simple little things of just go for a fucking walk, eat low carb. It's not profitable. It's not profitable for a farmer to add anything other than 3 ingredients to grow their food. It's not profitable for a doctor to spend the time to understand what does each individual need. No, that's not profitable. That's very time consuming. Would it be the right way? Yeah, of course it is. Does one size fits all? No. And that's the fucking problem. Even if you spend thousands of dollars like I did to learn that it's all hyped up bullshit, you're still ain't gonna get what you want. Top fucking dollar, thousands of dollars, my friends, not hundreds. Can you feel my pain? Thousands of dollars. I don't know. I come off kind of hard on this one, but it is all out fucking war. So I'm trying to think of the solution here because I'm all fired up and I'm trying to calm it down. I think I did say, let's pause for a moment here. One thing I did say is this channel, what I love about this is I could be my unhinged self. Now there's a lot of things that I can't talk about due to certain rules and restrictions here, but I can be my authentic self. And not meaning that my other channel, which is the diabetes guy, it's just that I've throttled it down, right? I've throttled it down. I'm 100% me. I'm just suppressing this kind of ferocity because this is reserved for the type 2 diabetes brotherhood, where I'm talking to high functioning, high level action people who get it. Again, because I have some of you guys I know personally that have been going through this bullshit for years. You've done it. The war is supposed to be over. You've defeated it. You're in remission. But still lingering is that fucking problem where you need accountability. And I guess that's what's bringing me here today, is how the fuck do I instill accountability in anybody? How the hell do I convince? Why should I convince anybody? And I guess the very first seed is, do you actually really want it? Because once you really want it, you'll be up. You'll eat that 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking up, followed by a 30-minute walk every fucking day. You'll eat eggs and burger or a simple fucking breakfast for 40 fucking days straight so that you can lose massive amounts of weight. Drop your A1C down within weeks, not months, weeks, just like I did. But that's going to take dedication. That's going to take self-approval, self-acknowledgement, self-actualization. Do a lot of you guys know what self-actualization means? It means you actualize something, right? Well, actually, what I was talking about in my definition is when you convert the maybe, one day, what if into actualization. So you need to actualize yourself. You need to become the man of your life. You got to stop fucking negotiating with yourself, as David Goggins says. Very powerful words. Stop fucking negotiating with yourself. Why shouldn't I go for a walk today? Why I deserve to have a beer or a Snickers or to have a cheat day? It's your own fucking mind. This is the war. If I had to disassemble this and re-engineer it to figure out how do we work our way backwards to find the nucleus of the problem, and the biggest problem, you don't want to fucking hear this, I know. The biggest problem is you. Biggest problem I have is fucking me. It ain't no other outsourced thing. There's nobody putting a gun to my head saying I have to do what I'm doing. I have to go eat this certain amount of food. No, it's me folding like a lawn chair saying, and negotiating with myself saying, I deserve. In fact, it's the other way around why I say this is all out fucking war. Listen to the dialogue that's going through your fucking mind. I deserve to have this cheat day. If I don't have this cheat meal, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. Do you think you're going to die? That might get me in trouble here. I don't fucking know. But do you think harm will come to yourself if you don't have that cheat meal? No, you may be dissatisfied. You may be unhappy. But what do you think is better? And I'm not saying you can't ever have a cheat meal. That's not what I'm saying at all. But in the first stages of all this, you're going to have to lock down. You're going to have to zero in. You're going to have to find your why. So anyways, this walk is almost over. I'm giving 30 minutes every single day. Is this the new channel, George asked? No, this is not the new channel. The new channel will be coming soon. For those of you who want to get in, the link in the description is below. This is where we're going to go hardcore. This is a test. This is a test because I'm opening up a whole entire new channel. You see, I fucked up here because I went all out, balls out to the wall, and I've said things that I can't necessarily say on social media. The next channel is going to have to be a lot more cleaner. This is going to be more about structurization, everything that we talk about here, and on the other channel, the diabetes guy. But this is strictly for men looking to get their type 2 diabetes under control. So there's a link below, guys, if you want to join and you want to be a part of this, you want to know where we go, especially if we get deplatformed. But this is a test because I know a lot of you won't. I know a lot of you guys want to go take the, I can't remember the goddamn medication they're trying to get me. I mean, I can't talk shit about medications legally here, but that's probably what you guys want to do. That's where you need to go. You need to get off this channel and get the fuck away. You need to go to that other channel, to go to those healthcare practitioners, go to the other people who are going to give you a slew of just regurgitated bullshit information. Well, not necessarily bullshit, but the same shit. Everybody's saying the same shit, but nobody's really getting to the core root. If you are serious, this is a test. If you're fucking serious, copy the email, get on the email list so you can find out where we move to, because I'm only here for a limited amount of time. And if you want to do some one-on-one, you want to talk to me personally, go down to the link below. There's some information there, and I'm here to help. But I ain't here to do simple hand-holding. This whole program, this whole thing, my whole message here today is to get you, to make myself redundant and to make everybody else, I want to destroy everybody else on social media, all of them, all the big guys. Because you've seen enough, you've watched enough, you've heard enough, now it's time to act. And the one thing you're gonna find is that it's very simple. It's just not easy to execute. So while other content creators are out there trying to baffle your mind and give you all kinds of information, we're gonna cut straight to the chase, and we're gonna teach you how to be your own coach, how to be self-actualized. So that's it, guys. I got 2 minutes left. If you have questions, let me know. I don't have certain times when I'm gonna be able to come on here. I'm moving in. Guys, I'm going through my own shit like you guys are. I just moved into a new place. I got my kid full time. I'm a single fucking dad. I don't make a fucking penny here. So I gotta go put some roofs on. I got a lot of shit I gotta do. So I'm not rich bitch like the rest of these motherfuckers out there who can have editing teams and all that shit. I'm a solo person coming out here by the will of my own heart to try to find if there's anybody out there with the fucking balls to actually do something about this situation. And again, I'm not trying to be mean, but it is an all-out fucking war. And the majority of people don't have the fucking balls. They don't have the fucking balls to self-actualize, to look inside themselves, to figure out that there is no enemy, no monster roaming around there on the outside. The real monster is you inside. That's you negotiating with yourself why you shouldn't do something, why you can't, why you don't deserve it. Right? I have many tactics that I can work with people to show you shit that would scare the fuck out of you. And this is nothing that I impose on you. It's just a series of questions that you can ask yourself. And let me go ahead and give you the exercise. Grab yourself a piece of paper if you don't believe me. Right? Let's give you some real fucking shit. Let's get really real. I want you to get a piece of paper and I want you to write down the first thing that comes to your fucking mind. What would one need to believe in order to experience fill in the blank? So let me give you an example. What would one, now you're saying one, not yourself. You're going to imagine somebody else so you don't have the pressure of making yourself feel stupid or ashamed or anything. What would one need in order to experience not being able to control eating sweets? Right, the first thing that comes down. You can do this question over and over again until you feel like you've exhausted it. Don't think about it, but just write down the first thing. Just make a bunch of notes. Now what I want you to do is I want you to read these notes. And I want you to go deep. And what's going to happen is you're going to realize that some people who I've worked with this actually came down to questions. You know, it burned down to what would one need in order to experience feeling that I can't reverse type 2 diabetes, or I can't put type 2 diabetes in remission. I repair that. It came to points of things like this where I don't think I can. I don't believe in myself. Some people, I don't deserve it. that it's impossible. And these are amazing little hidden thoughts that you'll have inside your brain and your subconscious mind that you didn't even know existed. These are the things that are talking to you without you being aware of it. And this is how you expose yourself to yourself. This is fucking powerful right here. What I just shared with you today, to end with, if people aren't willing to do this type of thing, if you're not willing to face your fears and face yourself because you are your worst enemy, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what more powerful cookie to leave you with what I just left you right now than anybody in the world has ever, that I've seen on YouTube or anywhere else. You tell me where I'm full of shit. I'm here to help people, and I'd love your feedback, even the fucking negative. I'd love your feedback to tell me, do this experiment and tell me I'm full of shit. So go out there, let's all grow some fucking self-awareness, some fucking balls. Let's understand that this is an all-out fucking war. It's not just, you're not just the only problem. I'm not the only problem. The problem is exterior, it's out there. It's outward too. But without that power of yourself, you don't stand a fucking chance of what's going on outside. They already got you by the fucking balls. Claim your own balls, claim your own life back, get on track, and stop the fucking charades and the fucking game and the self-negotiations.